What is going on YouTube? Hayden Schreier making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we're going to be looking at XRP, Ethereum, Bitcoin, as well as Litecoin. We're also going to be continuing off of where I left yesterday. Yesterday, we discussed the mysterious ripple pattern forming and that it could be hinting to an explosive move that we haven't seen since long time ago, that we could still be in another year of bull run into 2020. Now, I also have a very interesting article that I'd like to share with you guys. This was in reference, where is it, right here, that Bitcoin could see a bull market return, which was previously marked in the onset of 2016-2017 price rally. So I found that interesting as well. I wanted to go into specifics discussing that, how that could be referenced to today and how we could be seeing that today, because I'm starting to see a lot of news articles coming out in regards to Bitcoin being fairly bullish, which is interesting. We haven't seen that in a long time. It's something that I wanted to discuss. I also wanted to explain and put an extended period of time discussing and explaining DueDex for today's video, because I know a lot of you guys are interested in it and are actually currently using it. So I wanted to take a little bit of time today to explain this as well. Otherwise, if you guys are new to the channel, definitely make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up, and remember to watch the video to the end. Otherwise, let's move on. Alright guys, so yesterday we spent a good bit of time discussing this mysterious Ripple XRP pattern that's hinting to a potentially bullish move into 2020 or in 2020. Now, this video came out late yesterday, so I do apologize for that. I was traveling, and I also want to mention that I looked fairly yellow in the video, and I think it was because that light purple ABRA shirt kind of did not mix well with my green screen. This black one makes me look perfect, so awesome there. And I also didn't have the camera focused on me fully, and now I think I have everything set up. So if there's a difference, definitely leave it in the comments so I can read it and check it out. Now, to move on and continue from where we left off, where to start? Let's go on to this very interesting article. So Bitcoin to see return of bull cross that marked onset of 2016-2017 price rally. Basically, they are referring to the fact that we may start to see a continuation of a bull run, which we saw back in 2015 and 2017. Now, 2017, as we know, broke crypto up to $20,000, Bitcoin in specific up to $20,000. So we may be seeing this again. It's saying Bitcoin's 50 and 100-week moving averages look to set to produce a bullish crossover next week. Back in 2016, the same cross marked the start of a long-term bull market. Prices could rise key trend line resistance at 7,600 and break higher. That would expose a recent high of 7,870. So very interesting. I do think they're right, though. They're basically talking about seeing patterns that could be specifically pushing us up in regards to price. And I do think they're right. I do think come the next couple of days, if not weeks, we could be seeing that same movement up to the higher price levels. And if you look at Bitcoin, you'll notice what exactly they're referring to. I mean, it's a little bit different on my charts because I'm not trending the same way. I'm looking on the 4 hours in reference to and I'm using the high-low middle moving average in regards to the 35 and 100-day moving averages. So it's a little bit different. We are below the per high-low MMA right now, but you can see we're pretty much coming to an end within our charts right here. You can see we do have a symmetrical triangle forming towards the This has been on the market for all of 2019. We're finally coming to meet here. So I do think there's going to be massive volume coming to this market. I do think there's going to be massive volume coming at the end of December right now. And obviously the same thing goes for XRP, which comes to end. We could see it in December, but it does extend potentially all the way out to March of 2020, if not all the way out to January of 2020, depending on which one decides to hold. If we can hold support at 20 cents, we'll break through. If we can hold support at 15, we'll break through there. It really depends. If we don't hold and we break through 16 cents, we will, or 20 cents, we will see a retestament of 16 cents. Otherwise, the coins do look fairly okay. You can see how we are seeing some sort of bullish cross. This is interesting. So charts would show that the prices look to be falling down. When you look at XRP, similar to Ethereum falling, Bitcoin is starting to dip. You can even see Litecoin starting to dip. Now, when you look at XRP's other, relative strength indicators, you can see the RSI is testing oversold. We're having a bullish cross right there. Same thing with Ethereum. We're not oversold yet, but we are seeing a bullish cross. Bitcoin is having potentially a bullish cross. This is not necessarily the best coin to grab considering we're pretty much trading flatlined out right now, as well as Litecoin is fairly low, seemingly having a bullish cross. So a lot of these cryptos look like they want to actually move upwards. So, for those of you who are thinking of shorting the crypto so it pulls all the way back down to 6,800, we may actually see some sort of reversal or kind of, intertwined right now, intermingled. You can see we are at some sort of support right here where there was resistance previously, now acting as a support gainer right here, and it's pretty much cutting this coin right in half. So I do think there's a chance we could get a little bit of volume and shoot us back up, retesting at most 7,600, if not the $7,700 resistance on Bitcoin, as well as within XRP. We could be anticipating to see a retracement as high as, I would say, maybe 26 cents. This is a small rally, and then I do think that immediately after retesting 26, we will retrace lower. So it's not necessarily something I want to go all in yet. Now, I do want to continue off of my charting, go into XRP, DueDex, more specifically focusing on that long short positions that I did want to explain to you guys. You can see all the top 10 cryptos. They look okay. We're fairly consolidated, but everything seems to be in sync with each other, which is once again very interesting. And I wanted to spend some time now to discuss in depth DueDex. Now, for those of you who don't know what DueDex is probably one of the only accounts that I've found interesting, useful, and easy for beginners. It looks advanced, but it's really not. Now I want to get that across to you guys. Now, it is the first link in the description, so definitely make sure to register for that if at any point you do want to take advantage of what DueDex offers. I highly recommend you do. I highly recommend you prepare yourself, get everything ready, test out the website prior to what we're anticipating to happen within Bitcoin and XRP. Now, currently DueDex is only Bitcoin, but they did say that they were going to be adding other cryptocurrencies to short in the future, so that's an interesting thing to take into consideration as well. Now, what exactly does DueDex do? So DueDex allows you to buy long and sell short. You can see that you are offered an available balance right here, and it's as simple as taking your available balance, right, bam, copying it, and then going into Bitcoin to USD, typing this in so you can see what exactly you're working with. So you can see we're working with $690. So when we go back to DueDex, when we choose quantity, we can type 690, or we can type less, we can type 400, 300. You can see what exactly we're referring to. That pretty much tells us the cap right here, the notional value over the available balance that we have. Now we can do a couple of things. We can, buy long, we can sell short. What does that mean? If we sell short, we profit off of the dip in Bitcoin. If we buy long, we profit off of the swing to the upside in Bitcoin. Recently, we've been having a lot of retracement, so selling short may be something to consider, and you'll make money off the correction to the downside, the movement to the downside. Now, leveraging allows you to increase your position. So we said that we had $690 available right here. So if we leverage it by 10, it would be $6,900. Now, this is off of borrowing, and if you do end up in a negative, what I've learned, which I originally thought would set your account negative in balance, it will actually liquidate you. It will close your it will close your position for you. So that's something you have to consider, that the higher you leverage, if you're not going up or positive in whatever direction you're choosing, either to buy long or sell short, it will close your position so that you don't basically liquidate your entire account. It knows that, and that's a safe measure. Now, whether or not that is in its advantage or to help you, I'm not too sure. For example, like I bought in at 7,800 and experienced the dip, and I was anticipating a rise back up. Now it shorted me on the dip back down. Even though I was anticipating the rise back up, it sold me out right here and kept the position. It kept the money. So that is something to consider. Now it does help me out that if we just decided to tank all the way down, I saved money in the long run, but consider that there could be a swing that I was predicting, and it cut me off down here, so I ended up losing. That's only if you put in too much in terms of leverage trading. Now, if you could easily shorten that possibility out by adding more Bitcoin to the account and leveraging smaller, you'll be able to stay in it longer with less liquidation possibly. That's only if you have more invested. It's less of a chance in percentage-wise for closing your position. Now consider a couple of other things. I'm also noticing that the longer you leave your position open for, they charge you about 10 cents per 8 hours, which is a very small fee considering that a very small move up with a leverage trade could make you easily $50 to $100. So having 10 cents taken every 8 hours, 8, 16, 24, 30 cents a day is really a very small fee for how much you could be making with leverage trading as well as buy long, stop short. Now, when you do consider selling short or buying long and you click that position, it will become an active order. That doesn't necessarily mean it's open right then. Once it clears and all that money or Bitcoin is purchased or picked up, it will then move into positions where you can then watch it percentage-wise, your return on investment, things like that. And the second that you want to close it, you click close and it will sell it. So you can see this is trade history. These are my orders, which you can see what exactly I've done. So like, for example, let's see, something that looks to be fairly okay. These are all different ones just from when I've bought and sold. Tons of different ones. So you can see a short right here is when I bought at $9,600, sold it at 95. I think I'm reading these right. I feel like I've made bigger trades than that. I'm not sure why it's not showing me those, because that doesn't make sense for me to order price, trade size. Not sure where, or maybe it's order history. I'm not too sure, but I do remember making, beginner trades where I bought it at $9,600 and I closed it, sorry, at $8,800. I believe that's how it is. So I bought it at 96 and I closed it at 88, and that's the difference that I made in regards to money. So I bought long at like 7,100. And then I guess I sold it, or I bought at 7,100 and I bought at 6,700. So it kind of evens out and it takes your break even point. So I bought at 6,700, I bought at 7,100. It evened it out to about 6,900. And then Bitcoin went up to 7,200. And then I sold off. I shorted everything. I closed the account, and then it gave me that money back as well. So there's different ways to trade. Hopefully that explained a little bit better than what we've had previously. Definitely check this out. It's the first link in the description. Otherwise, I will see you in tomorrow's video. Make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up, and I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.